Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm going to start a test today. I have this portable fridge from JoyTutus. This is a 25 liter. So I'm actually going to put bottles of water in here, which I already did. I got 24 bottles of water in here. And I'm going to connect it to the Jackery Explorer 500. I'm going to put this on eco mode so it'll draw as least as possible to run it 24 hours a day and just see how far to go. And I'm not going to open it up, we'll just leave it closed the whole time just to see how much it'll run on eco mode on the Jackery 500 and see how many hours we can get out of this before it goes dead. I do have the JoyTutus set on low over here. We'll open the top here and I can show you that there is 24 bottles of water in there, still room for more. I'll shut this down. We'll turn on the DC. Okay, you can see that my Jackery here is at 100%. Go ahead and turn this on, and I do have it set on eco mode, so we'll conserve as much energy as possible. And I got the set temperature at 33, where I want to leave it. There's set temperature 33, temperature inside is 33. Right now, starting off, it's drawing 49 watts, but that will go down. And of course, once it evens the temperature out, it will shut way down. See there, it went to 2 watts because the compressor just shut off. So 100% drawing 2 watts right now. Every once in a while, to keep it cool, the compressor will kick on and the watts will go back up to around 30, 35. And we'll take the phone here. 7:13 is the time, Sunday, July 19th. There we got a screenshot of the time and the date. So now, all we have to do is wait and see how long she runs it. We'll check back in several hours. So we'll go ahead and we want to make sure that this top is closed because that will help it conserve energy too by keeping it cooler inside. This is the insulated protective cover from JoyTutus for this cooler. Okay guys, I want to do an update. It has been exactly 24 hours. So if we can get that where to show. It's 33 degrees still. And we are down to 53% on the Jackery. It's showing 5 watt now because it's actually, compressor's not running. Must have just shut off. So we are still going. And we got a long way to go because we're just at 53% after 24 hours. You can see on my phone, July 20th at 7:14. Okay guys, so this is day 2. It has been 48 hours. Check my watch. Yeah, we're pretty close. It is, the Jackery is at 23%. We're still 35 degrees. It fluctuates from 33, 35, 32, in that area. Fluctuates. So you can see the date here. Tuesday, July 21st at 7:12. So 48 hours, we're at 23%. You can tell it's actually, the compressor's not on right now. I'll look at it in the morning. If it's okay, I'll let it run until tomorrow evening and see what happens. Okay guys, it is 6:13 a.m. Wednesday, July 22nd. So this thing has made it 59 hours. One more hour, which is down to 8%. So at 8%, I know it's going to make it another hour, no problem. But I have to work today, so I don't know when it's going to go off while I'm at work. But it's going to make it 60 hours, no problem. That is pretty impressive. Okay guys, welcome back. I just got home from work and you can see we're still 34 degrees. I actually cannot believe this thing is still running. I figured it would go off today, but it is at 3%, so it's got to go dead pretty soon. And you see the time is 4:46, Wednesday, July 22nd. So at 7:13 it would be exactly 72 hours, which is ridiculous. There's no way this thing. Now, the only thing I can think is it was already cool. I've not been opening it, so if you open it and stuff, you're gonna, open and shut it like if you was using it a lot, you're gonna cause it to let cold air out, warm air in. It's gonna run more. So This has been shut for all this time. It's set to 33 degrees, and it is in eco mode, so that is probably the big deal. So I think it's 3%. I'm gonna go ahead and let it go, and we'll see if I don't come back until it's finished. We'll see if it makes it 3%. Can make it. It's 5 o'clock, 6, 7. So another 2.5 hours. We're gonna see if 3% will make it another 2.5 hours. I'm sure doubting it. But 8% made it all day while I was at work, so it's not been running much. But now you gotta realize it's 75 degrees in here. It's not 100 degrees out in the sun. Okay, guys, looks like this is gonna be the last one because we are at 1%. No sense in going any lower than that. It's pretty much done. It's 5:33 on Wednesday, July 22nd. We're still 34 degrees. And we're down to 1%. Still, right now it's actually running. You can see it's drawing 41 watt, so it's actually running right now. Of course, it don't run all the time. So, 72 hours, actually -2 about, so you're talking 70 hours. Is that ridiculous or what? Alright guys, so that was the test. We got the JoyTutus 25-liter mini freezer, and I ran it on this thing. I figured I'd just leave that in eco mode, which I did. Left it in eco mode. I didn't open it for the whole time. Actually ran 70 hours. It's incredible. It got down to 1%, and I thought that's good enough. Actually, this morning it was at 8% before I went to work, and I thought there's no way it's going to make it until I get off work. And then I get home and there was like 3% still left in the Jackery. So running on the Jackery Explorer 500. Running this thing now. If you got to realize, if you're opening and closing this thing, if you're out camping and opening and closing, getting things out, putting warm things back in, you're not going to get near that time. But if you was to plug it in and have to keep that stuff cool for so long, it done on eco mode, it ran 70 hours. So that's pushing it. It's about 75 degrees in here to 75, 78 in here where I'm at. So if you was out in the super extreme heat, that's going to make a big difference too. But I also have this insulated protective cover on here, so that will actually help too, to keep it where it don't run as much, because it keeps it cooler inside. So they're running the setup I got with the JoyTutus 25-liter mini fridge with this cover on it also. On the Jackery Explorer 500, it ran at 70 hours. That's absolutely fabulous. And I wasn't running it off the 110 side. I was running it off the 12 volt with the 12 volt pigtail into the 12 volt accessory outlet right here. So I'm highly impressed that it run it that long. Most time I'm actually going to be, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be out, and during the day we'll have it plugged into the Gladiator. And then, of course, at night, while we're camping, we can plug it into this, save the battery on the Gladiator, and it'll run this absolutely no problem at night. I had this thing set too to 33 degrees. I don't know if I mentioned it. Most of the time it stayed around 34. Sometimes it would go up to 35, then it would kick on, the compressor would, and drop it back down to 33. So it goes up to about 35. Compressor kicks on, it goes back to 33. So this thing was drawing about 45 to 41 watts most of the time, and then of course when this compressor kicks out, it would drop down to about 1 to 2 watts. So that's why it would last so long. It don't kick, this fridge does not kick on very often. It actually keeps things extremely cold for a long time, even while it's shut off. Now, a lot of the mini fridges that you can buy out there, they'll probably do a lot different, but so far we've used this thing for a long time now and had great experience with it. We've never had a problem. We can put our drinks in there, get them down to where they're ice crystals floating in them, and just keep it all day plugged into the Gladiator. So that's pretty great. We can take this thing now, this setup, to tent camping, the Jackery 500, everywhere we go. We can charge our cell phones on it. We can plug in 110 accessories, 12 volt accessories. That is just pretty cool. So thank you all for watching. Click the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Watch out for a lot more videos. I'm going to do some more testing with this Jackery 500. I actually have a 50-liter JoyTutus mini fridge. I want to try on this to see if there's any difference. And I also want to do this, a test, plugging this in and doing normal use while camping and see how long it'll run it. while we're using it, getting drinks out of it and just running it all day long, or see how many hours it'll go. So I will put a link to this JoyTutus mini fridge in the description below. I'll also put a link to my Jackery Explorer 500 in the description below. Check them out. Thank y'all for watching. Right on.